Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State went conquered and returned home. Oshomole no longer APC National Chairman, NWC members declares. Borno State Governor Zulum has approved the appointment of Chairman and Executive Secretary of the newly established Borno State Security Trust Fund. On business, federal government earned 5.4 trillion naira from oil in 11 months. On spot, African billionaire Aliko Dangote hints at buying Arsenal 2021. And on the international scene, Trump's top general put his reputation to the test over Iran. Welcome to Standard Voice Television News. I'm Samira Ibrahim. Now the news in full. Governor Bello Mohammed Matawalle of Zamfara State left the shores of Nigeria at the turn of the new year for the People's Republic of China, a country that is no longer so popular today for its massive population, which is a quarter of mankind, but for its bustling and courageous exploit in science, technology, and aggressive economy. The visit was born out of a desire by the people's governor to attract the reflection of the Chinese expertise and open mutual economy to the virgin and emerging peaceful state of Zamfara after a decade of unfortunate turmoil. His ability by the words of God's own hand to bring the catastrophe that tore the very fabrics of the state pride, peace and tranquility attracted the Chinese to the abundant untapped wealth in the state, which is now ready for mutual exploit. Report says no fewer than 11 solid companies in China expressed their desire to meet with the governor on their own land to find mutual ground for benefits, which prompted their decision to extend their urgent invitation to the governor, and he graciously honored. To this end, a meeting of this company's chief executives with the governor, attended by representatives of the Chinese and Nigeria Diplomatic Corps, sealed a number of deals in the area of mining, agriculture, tourism, and energy. An added value to the meeting saw the governor visiting a research institute that was supported by Chinese technological breakthrough for over half a century to yet seal a deal on the development of neem trees for commercial purposes, which the institute found Zamfara soil as the most excellent in their series of researches on this product. Governor Matawalle, however, went further to push a patriotic and witty deal of securing 50 slots of study pursuit for Zamfara indigents in this institution, which will see the state creating grant for similar researches in the area of medicine development. A member of the National Working Committees, NWC, member of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, has told newsmen at the National Secretariat of the party that Comrade Adams Oshomole is no longer the national chairman of the party based on the subsisting court order. The party chieftain said he was working on the petition to the Director General of the Directorate of State Security Services, DSS, Inspector General of Police, and the Presidency, among others. The Northeast National Vice Chairman of the party, Comrade Salu Mustafa from Adamawa State, who came out of the ongoing National Working Committee meeting at the party house, told newsmen angrily that from the Oshomole's word to the state he has been suspended. Mustafa said until another court judgment overturned the subsisting court order, Oshomole remained suspended. Blueprint had earlier reported that there are troubles rocking the APC at the Tuesday ongoing National Working Committee. The zonal vice chairman of the party said unless he sees the reversal of the court order suspending Oshomole as the APC national chairman, he won't allow him to sit as the party's national chairman. When a correspondent who has been at the party house since 10 a.m., visited the Adams Oshomole's office at the last floor of the National Secretariat. Stand-looking security and other personal staff of the chairman asked him to leave immediately. Some members of the party, including some serving governors, were said to have openly called for the removal of former Edo State Governor as APC national chairman. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has been hospitalized in London for an undisclosed illness as his APC rival Mohammed Abubakar seeks to topple him in the Supreme Court. He said he is hospitalized in London, but he strongly believes that Allah is sufficient for him and he is able and capable to give him victory. In a message to the people in the state, Governor Bala Mohammed explained that success is on their side. The Supreme Court had the appeal filed against his election on Tuesday, along with 5 other appeals against the election of incumbents in Imo, Kano, Sokoto, Benue, and Plateau states. Bala Mohammed, in a statement released by Gidado, reaffirmed the administration's commitment to the lofty. The trust fund, created by a bill passed by the State Assembly and signed into law by Governor Zulum in 2019, will henceforth serve as a permanent multi-stakeholder platform that will fund the acquisition and deployment of all security equipment for intervention to the military, police, SSS, paramilitary and volunteers in the civilian JTF. It will also take care of hunters in the ongoing fight against Boko Haram and general security of the 27 local government areas of the state. The trust fund will also fund training and retraining of eligible persons involved in security operations across the state. A statement issued on Sunday by the Special Advisor on Public Relations and Strategy, Malam Isa Gusau, said the governor has appointed Mustapha Betara Aliyu as chairman and Alhaji Ali Shatima Marte as executive secretary of the trust fund. Also appointed, the statement said, are 12 members, from which 3 persons, Alhaji Ali Gaji Ibrahim, is to represent Borno North at the trust fund, Alhaji Bulamu Bukar Mafa to represent Borno Central, and El Lami Kubo to represent Borno South. Other named members of the trust fund will represent the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police force, the state security services, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, volunteers of the civilian JTF, hunters and vigilantes, the traditional institution, the religious institution, and establishments of the state government. A date will be communicated for the inauguration of the 14 members for the management of the Security Trust Fund. Mr. Samuel Obayemi, the FRSC's Zonal Commanding Officer, Zone R2, comprising Lagos and Ogun states, advised motorists and commuters using the ever-busy highway not to panic as a result of reports filtering and of impending traffic gridlock along the route. Obayemi asked motorists to be patient and obey traffic rules and officers. The zonal commander said they are prepared for the diversion in the zone. He said they will be deploying not less than 100 staff to manage the traffic and ensure that no one sleeps on the road. Mr. Obayemi gave the assurance that at any point where there is diversion, their officers are on the ground to control traffic. A former president, Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents, Prince Olayiwola Shitu, has said the federal government loses over $7 billion on freight costs yearly to criminal activities on the nation's territorial waters. Prince Olayiwola therefore urged the government to put in place measures to stem the tide of criminalities on the territorial waters. Mr. Shitu, who spoke with the nation on the sideline of the stakeholders forum organized by some auto importers in Lagos, added that the federal government needs to invest in maritime security and local capacity development to reduce piracy on the nation's waters and get a sizable chunk of the over $7 billion of the yearly freight costs. He said despite the laudable effort of the Director General, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Dr. Dakuku Peter said, the criminal element in the Gulf of Guinea and within Nigeria's territorial waters were still a source of concern. The trial of Yakubu Jekada, one of the accused persons charged with the misappropriation of 35 million naira belonging to JAM, was stalled in an FCT High Court, Maitama, due to the defendant's counsel's ill health. Jekada was first arraigned on May 31, 2018 by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) before Justice Peter Afem of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) sitting in Maitama, Abuja. He was arraigned on a 4-count charge bordering on criminal breach of trust and dishonest use of JAM funds to the tune of 11.189 million naira. The JAM official was accused of committing criminal breach of trust while being JAM State Coordinator for Plateau between 2009 and 2016, when he was entrusted with 11,189 units of e-facility cards belonging to the board, which he disposed of without duly rendering account to the board. On the resumed sitting on Tuesday, the prosecution counsel, Mr. Ekene Iheanacho, informed the court that the matter was for continuation of trial and he was with his 2 witnesses. Responding, Mrs. Yang Zi, counsel of Jekada, prayed for an adjournment. The Association of Resident Doctors (ARD) at the Federal Medical Center, Jabi, Abuja, has embarked on a 3-day warning strike over non-payment of shortfalls in their salaries. The president of the association, Adejo Arome, confirmed this development to Premium Times via a telephone interview on Monday. He said the strike became necessary because money meant for payment of the salary shortfall had been paid into the hospital account in December 2019, but was not disbursed. The president said they are embarking on strike because their rights are being trampled upon. He said they have salary shortfall, which was remitted into the hospital account, but the account department has refused to release it to them. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit at the Federal High Court, Abuja, asking the court to order the 36 state governors to publish a breakdown of pensions being paid to former governors and other ex-officials under their respective state pension laws between 1999 and 2019. Serap is also seeking a declaration that the failure of the 36 state governors to provide Serap with the requested information on pension law in their respective states as requested constitute a breach of Serap's rights under the Fall Act 2011, and for such further orders, the court may deem it fit to make its circumstances. Serap's in the suit number FHC/ABG/CS/19/2020 had written a Freedom of Information letter to all state governments requesting for details of the pensions paid to their ex-governors. The rights organization revealed that only 2 governors, Delta State Governor Mr. Ifeanyi Okowa and Kwara State Governor Mr. Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, have responded to its poll requests. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Menene amfanin gari idan har babu zaman lafiya?
Mecece jiha idan babu shugaba mai adalci? Mecece rayuwa idan ba yanci?
Me amfanin karatu idan har ba aiki?
Menene mahimmancin zabe idan babu roman demokradiyya?
Menene amfanin tarihi idan har ba za a samu darasi daga cikin sa ba?
Jihar Zamfara ta can ta kasance a bar sha'awa. Gashi kuma sansanin noma da kasuwanci.
Gurin da kowa ke sha'awar zuwa. Amma sai abubuwa suka juya.
Amma sai kasance yanzu da zarar an ambaci sunan Zamfara, tunanin wata musifa da ko bala'i shine ke darsu a zakatan mutane.
Baki suka daina zuwa, 'yan gari suka fara guduwa, talauci da tashin hankali suka yi yawa.
Gashi jihar mu mai haske ta dawo ta yi duhu.
Sa'annan mutanen Zamfara sai muka tashi tsaye, muka kama addu'o'i da tuba ga Ubangijinmu.
Sai kuwa Allah ya amsa addu'anmu, sai ya kawo mana matawallan muradi.
Dodon makiya zaman lafiya, dodon talauci, dodon makaryata da masu yaudara.
Me yi kuma dan Allah, me kishin mutane.
Me kuma neman gwamnati ba don kansa ba.
Cikin ƙanƙanin lokaci sai gashi ya dawo mana da hasken Zamfara, amma ta fi yadda take da.
Wannan shi ake nufi da shugaba.
Jarumi ba malalaci ba.
Ma'aikaci ba ɓarawo ba.
Allah ka kare mana zababben gwamna Matawalin Maradi.
Allah kuma ya ƙara masa lafiya. Allah kuma ya ƙara ɗaukaka.
Wannan saƙo ne daga gwamnatin jihar Zamfara ƙarƙashin jagorancin Bello Muhammad Matawallan Maradun MON kuma bardan ƙasar Hausa. Welcome back. On business, Fauzia has more details. I am Fauzia Ibrahim. Welcome to Business News. Between January and November last year, the federal government made about 5.04 trillion naira from the sale of oil. Figures obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria have revealed. The oil revenue, according to CBN economic report for November, was lower than the 8.77 trillion naira revenue target provided for the 2019 budget for the 11-month period. A breakdown of the 5.04 trillion naira oil revenue shown that the sum of 363.9 billion naira was generated from crude oil and gas exports, while the sum of 2.94 trillion naira was generated from petroleum profits tax and royalties. A monthly breakdown of oil revenue showed that 417.3 billion naira was earned in January, while February, March, April, May and June had 479.5 billion naira, 516.9 billion naira, 472.4 billion naira, 410.2 billion naira, and 336.6 billion naira respectively. For the month of June, the country, through the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, made the sum of 336.6 billion naira. July had 387.7 billion naira, August 487.8 billion naira, while September, October and November had 469.6 billion naira, 577.3 billion naira and 489.1 billion naira respectively. The decrease in oil revenue relative to the monthly budget estimate was attributed in shut-in and shutdowns at some NNPC terminals. Zamfara State Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources Dr. Aminu Suleiman Erkufuji has disclosed that the state had budgeted the sum of 6 billion naira for the procurement of assorted fertilizer for 2020 farming season. Speaking during the 2020 budget defense, Dr. Aminu Erkufuji, who led delegation from the ministry and parastatals before the State House of Assembly Committee, said the budget will provide job opportunity for the teeming youth in the state. He said 1 billion naira was also proposed for the total overhauling of fertilizer blending plants owned by the state government. Dr. Aminu maintained that the budget, which was tagged Budget of Peace and Renewal of Hope, was aimed by reviving the agricultural sector as one of the critical areas of economy that provide employment opportunities and food security in the state. He further revealed that the total sum of 250 billion naira was budgeted for the procurement of tractors with full implement to be used in the state. That's all we have on business news. Back to Samira. Thank you, Fauzia. On sport, Sumaya has more details. Thank you, Samira. Here is the sport update. The richest man in Africa has expressed a desire to take over at Emirates Stadium but remain focused on building his company for the time being. Nigerian businessman Aliko Dangote has hinted he could buy Arsenal in 2021 if a number of multi-billion-dollar projects of his company are completed on time. The 62-year-old founder of the Dangote Group, the largest conglomerate in West Africa in 1981, which deals with the manufacturing and production of a number of consumer goods, including sugar, cement, rice, flour, and fisheries. Dangote has a net worth of more than £8.5 billion, that is 11 billion US dollars, and has been heavily linked
with a takeover at Arsenal in the past, with the club currently owned by Kroenke Sport and Entertainment. Stan Kroenke is the majority shareholder at Emirates Stadium, but Dangote could be in position to buy him out by next year, with his company set to begin the production of the largest single-train refinery in the world later this year in Lekki, Lagos. African richest man is concentrating on that business venture at the moment, but says he plans to buy Arsenal when the Dangote refinery is finished. Dangote told the David Robinson he would like to buy the team Arsenal someday, adding that he has 20 billion US dollars, that is 15 billion pounds, worth of project to concentrate on for now. That's all on Sport News. Back to Samira.
Thank you, Sumaya. And on the international scene, when President Donald Trump's top national security advisors briefed Congress last week on the intelligence used to justify killing Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, many lawmakers bristled at the defiant attitude of Trump's team, particularly his top general, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Mark Milley. According to numerous people in the room, Milley was the most vocal defendant of the intelligence. Multiple Hill Democrats said Milley came across as trying to match the bombast of the president in defending the strike. One Democratic lawmaker told CNN they were turned off by Milley's pitch on behalf of the administration, particularly when he insisted that the intelligence was exquisite. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. But before we go, a quick look at the major headlines. Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State went conquered and returned home. Oshomole no longer APC national chairman, NWC members declares. Borno State Governor Zulum has approved the appointment of the chairman and executive secretary of a newly established Borno State Security Trust Fund. On business, federal government earned 5.4 trillion naira from oil in 11 months. On sport, African billionaire Aliko Dangote hints at buying Arsenal in 2021. And on the international scene, Trump's top general put his reputation to the test over Iran. That has been the news. On behalf of the production crew and the head of news and current affairs, Alhaji Ibrahim Garbatunau, I am Samira Ibrahim, wishing you a pleasant time. Keep watching Standard Voice Television News.